Medium man, physical medium man, physical medium man. What'd you buy? Was it something good?
What's up, guys? Physical Media Man back here again for another Physical Media Man Monday video. I have a special video of a recent trip to Detroit to see friend of the show, fellow YouTuber Lewis Switcher in his home state of Michigan. Got together for a couple days, did some neat things in the area, and got some wrestling figures and a movie item while I was there from his personal collection. He's wanting to get rid of some stuff, so I purchased some things from him. Really excited to have them in the collection. I should have some clips here and there from my drive and just various things that we did. But I had a great time, so thanks again, Lewis, for showing me around Detroit. This is the third time I've been to Detroit, and had a great time every time. Also the third time that Lewis and I have gotten together in the third state. We've been together in Pennsylvania, Indiana, and Michigan now. So looking forward to the next get together. Yeah, thanks again. So I don't know if make sure to like, subscribe, comment, leave feedback, do all that good stuff down below. I'll leave the links to my Instagram page, my Physical Media Man Store Instagram page, my Facebook page for the Physical Media Man / Physical Media Man Store, my Facebook page for non-media related items, the Hodgepodge Garage, my email, my eBay, my Twitter, and my Letterboxd account. So yeah, make sure to go check out his page. He is planning on posting a video the same day that I do, if I am able to get mine done in time, and he is too. I don't know, so they might be coming out the same day, and I'm sure his will be a lot better. But I wanted to show off the things that I got from him, and some of the clips from our trip. So first up, these still need cleaned a little bit. I haven't got around to it. This one I think I might open up. Let me know what your thoughts are. It's a little beat up package wise, and I'm a huge fan of the franchise, so I thought it'd be neat to put next to my box set. We got Sean Connery as James Bond in Goldfinger. So cool there. So yeah, it's a little banged up. I might open this one up. The rest of them are in pretty good shape, so we'll see what happens there. But that's the only movie related item, and it's really cool. So next up, we got from the Ringside Collection Series 2, we got Sergeant Slaughter. So I don't have any Sergeant Slaughter in the collection. I've been wanting to get more of these. I think they're called WWF BCAs. They're is the specific, I guess that's the bone crushing thing. I'm not sure. But they are Jack specific, which I had some of these when I first started getting into wrestling and getting figures. So just so cool to see all the ones on the back. I definitely had, I had that Road Dog. I had a different outfit for Billy Gunn. I had that Triple H and that Mark Henry. I think that was it from this line that I had. And mine were all opened up, so these I'll probably keep sealed. Next up, we got Matt Hardy. One of my favorite tag teams when I was watching was the Hardy Boys. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I had both a Matt and a Jeff. I definitely had a Jeff. I like Jeff more, but like them both a lot. So. And I had this Series 6 Road Dog, which is sweet. Yeah, it's just so cool to see the old packaging and all these old figures. It definitely brings back a lot of memories. Also with that Series 2, I did not know he had a figure, and I didn't know who he was when I was really watching wrestling. But really neat to have this. Jim Cornette is more of a behind the scenes guy, and I guess he did some announcing, it looks like, and was a manager and stuff. but he's in on a lot. He's on the Dark Side of the Ring episodes a lot. He's a wrestling historian. He has his own podcast and stuff. So really happy to have that one in the collection. Now, this one, it did have the backer came off of it. We got it Al Snow though. This one's pretty neat. Comes with a water bottle, a SmackDown water bottle, and he's got the Property of Job Squad shirt on. There's some more of the old figures, but yeah, really neat Al Snow there. And lastly, of the individual ones, well, I think I'll show those last. Okay, we got one more packaged up individual. We got Dude Love, and Mankind's one of my favorites, Mick Foley, and I've had the pleasure of meeting him quite a few years ago now, but he was so nice. I got some autographs and pictures with him, so yeah. Here's some more of the old school figures. Alright, now we're into the heavy hitter stuff. This is probably my favorite of everything. We got a triple threat of Mick Foley with Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind. So neat with his 3 different characters. I know I had a Mankind. This one's definitely a lot better. It's got the one I had didn't have his mask on. I definitely didn't have a Dude Love or a Cactus Jack when I had. Well, I still have my figures, but when I was watching and having all the wrestling figures, I didn't have either of those. But I've also seen online, a friend of the show, Cody, kind of brought it to my attention that he signs this as all 3, which is really awesome, in different colors. Like he'll do a yellow for Cactus Jack and like a blue for Dude Love and then a silver for Mankind. And he seems to do conventions a lot, so next time he's around Indiana, I'm definitely going to try to get this signed up and put in a I saw also on eBay that they make a protector case for it, so I'm going to try to get that. And yeah, here's some more of the old school brothers on the back. But yeah, so neat. So thank you so much, Lewis. All right, and next up, let's see, this one's also pretty neat. We got Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, and Kane. I also might try to get a loose, because I have a loose Triple H, a loose Rock, and a loose Stone Cold. I have a Kane, but I really like this Kane. This is like the Kane when I was watching. I think this is my favorite with his mask. Here's the back here with some more of the wrestling ones, and it's really neat. It's got the Toys R Us sticker on it still and everything, so really cool. A little bit of the same people here, but a little different. We got Triple H, Undertaker, Stone Cold, and Shawn Michaels. And the day I left for Detroit, I actually got an Undertaker that was similar to this one, but different one, loose, that I had bought on eBay for $5 that I'm going to put on this display. And I think, yeah, this is 1998. I think this is, I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it. I have the classic, yeah, this is it. I have the Classic 5 in 1998, which had some really famous pay-per-views, if you're not familiar. And it included this WrestleMania 14. So I might put this on display with that box set. I think one of these other ones might have been from then too, but just a really famous year of wrestling. All right, and lastly of these like box ones, this one's really cool too. We got Shawn Michaels, Bret the Hitman Hart, who's become one of my favorites just from watching all the documentaries and stuff. Gold Dust with the hair, which I feel like you don't see a ton, which is awesome. And Ultimate Warrior, which I don't have in the collection yet. So this is Survivor Series. And just a really cool looking set here with some big names. So just so cool. All right. And lastly, we got some signed stuff. Lewis is a big wrestling fan, and he went to quite a bit of shows in the Detroit area, and also would try to get autographs and pictures and stuff before or after events. So these are really neat. So first up, so I'm going to put these all on display somewhere eventually. Not sure where exactly yet, but first up we got an Al Snow that's signed there on the front, which I think I had this figure, but obviously not signed. And then he also signed Head on the back, which is really cool. And his this come with the little table with the head, and I did not have the head with my the Al Snow I had. So that's really sweet. And next up we got Godfather, which I feel like you don't see his figure too often either, which is really cool to have. Unfortunately, it is a little, it's kind of smeared, but still really cool to have. Yeah, because like I said, you really don't see his figure too often. So really happy to have that. And then lastly, the one I was most excited about, can't wait to put on display, we got a table with the Dudley Boys, Devon and Bubba Ray, each signed a half of the table. And surprisingly enough, maybe a month or so before that, I had bought the ECW Dudley Boys, of Bubba Ray and Devon. So really happy to have these, and now I can put them on display with this table, which is going to be awesome. And I just dropped it. I had also recently purchased this Paul E. Dangerously, and he's got the ECW hat and everything. So that's going to be awesome. So really excited to get these wrestling items in my collection. So thank you again so much, Lewis. They're going to a good home. I'll make sure to put them on display and everything. I've really started to get into wrestling a little bit more, not really watching every week or anything like that, but just watching pay-per-views here and there, and documentary stuff I just find fascinating. And I have kind of gone back and watched a few old pay-per-views and that type of thing. So yeah, had an awesome time in Detroit hanging with Lewis. So thanks again to you. It was awesome. So don't know what else to say. Hopefully you enjoyed these clips. And like I said, some of them will probably be on his video too, because he sent me some of them. So yeah, this is Physical Media Man signing off. Physical Media will never die. Okay, now I got some more wrestling pickups to show. After my Detroit visit, I went to Wisconsin a couple weeks later and got a couple things there. First up, I did a Facebook Marketplace deal for $10 on this Triple H WWE Legends. And I already had, thanks to a friend of the show, Cody, I got this for $6.99 X-Pac. So now I have the Triple H and X-Pac from that same time, the famous episode where they go to the WCW headquarters. So I know there's at least a Road Dogg left, maybe I think China too. But $10 on this Triple H, just a Facebook Marketplace deal up in Wisconsin, which was kind of fun. And then I went to his nearby Target, and they had clearance ones, and they were great prices. So first up, I didn't watch him back then or during his real heyday, but I did watch some of his WWE stuff, and at the price at I think it was $6.59. Again, we got AJ Styles. This is the WCW version. It's got the WCW Nitro shirt. Of course, he was on TNA and WWE now, so thought I might get a WWE figure of his at some point and kind of have like a before and after type thing. And yeah, I do like watching him wrestle. So this was, I think, $11.50 or so. We got Hulk Hogan with the belt. This is like the WCW Hulk Hogan. So really happy to add this one to the Hulk collection. And then I got a couple of these, so if anyone's interested, let me know. I think this was $6.50. I'd part with it for a little bit more than that, not much. We got Samu, which I didn't know anything about, but it just hit the price. I thought it was worth grabbing, so got that one. And another one of those. So there's the other one. And then we got a Ultimate Warrior, which I think was $6.50, which is kind of crazy. So happy to add an Ultimate Warrior to the collection. And the other face is like this is like when he was older, kind of, and then, yeah, this is the Dingo Warrior. Before he was the Ultimate Warrior, he was the Dingo Warrior. All right. I think I might have shown this at some point. We got Paul E. Dangerously, Paul Heyman. Really happy to have this one in the collection. And I do plan on putting it next to the Dudleys and RVD and some other figures. So really happy about that one. All right. Oh, and I also, for full price, so $22, I got D'Lo Brown. I was real excited to get this. Because I was going to, the next stuff I'm going to show off is from the Great Fall Bash, Season of the Hitman, the wrestling convention in Chillicothe, Ohio that I went to, and D'Lo Brown was supposed to be there. I was going to try to get this signed. He did not end up making it, but I ended up keeping it. And I returned, I had bought two because I thought friend of the show Cody might want one. Because he went with me, and I was able to return the other one. So, and then my hometown, they put out some new figures, and they put out these Ultimate Edition ones, and they were all on a $22, I think, shelf, and it said the right thing. So I said something, and they changed the price for me. So I basically got these half off, I think. It might have even been less than $20. I don't know. They're usually about $30. So we got Brock Lesnar. Just the detail on these is awesome. So probably put him with Paul Heyman as well as this next one. So that Brock Lesnar and this RVD had just come out when I bought these. So I think I paid like $30, $30 or $40 for all three of these. So RVD, real excited to add him to the collection. I have one from when I was watching back in the day, but excited to add this Ultimate Edition, which I don't really like that. I don't think he ever, it's almost like the John Cena belt that, yeah. And this one I was real excited about too. I'd almost bought it quite a few times, but I kind of like, I think there was like a purple one that was like a Chase variant. This is just the one you saw more often, but Razor Ramon Scott Hall fan, so real excited to add this to the collection. And he's got the Intercontinental Championship belt there too. So these figures are just awesome. So really excited to add all those to the collection. So that's everything I kind of have gotten recently, wrestling-wise, which is quite a bit. But the one thing I would say about wrestling figures is, especially if you don't open them, I might open some of these. I do like these ones. I know you can open and not completely ruin the box, and you can put them back if you want. They hold their value pretty well compared to some movies, it seems like, especially with everything going to 4K and whatnot. But anyways, so yeah, a few weeks after that, in September, I went to Chillicothe, Ohio for the Great Fall Bash Season of the Hitman. Headliner Bret Hart, hence the shirt. I'll try to post some pictures at the end of this. If you're not following me on Instagram, I did post pictures of all the wrestlers I met. So first up, I got this is my original card, or the sheet that they used to leave on seats, which I wish they still did. It kind of is a breakdown of what's going to happen, or what the matches are that night. So this is from July 23rd, 2002. This is an episode of SmackDown, my very first wrestling show. It's also Rey Mysterio's WWE debut, and just the card was phenomenal. I still have my ticket down here, which I might try to get Mysterio to sign at some point if I'm able to. But two people that are on this that were at the event is Mark Henry. And the real cool thing about this one is it's like a little barbell guy lifting some weights, if you can see that. And then I got Rikishi there, Hall of Fame. So I also got, D'Lo Brown was supposed to be there, but he didn't show or wasn't able to make it. One of my two regrets of going to this convention, which it was a great time, was that I didn't ask. So I got Mark Henry first, and he signed in red. I wanted to try to get all these guys from the Nation of Domination, which I know The Rock will be almost impossible. But I wish Godfather, who I got pictures with and everything after, also signed red. I wish I would have asked him to do a different color so they kind of stick out for each wrestler. But really happy to get that signed. I also got Gangrel, and this is a provided picture, or I bought the picture, but it was part of the Fast Pass. But anyways, we had a great time at the convention. I also got the Godfather again on this Common Mustafa figure, which was one of the figures I picked up in Wisconsin. Paid full price for this. It does kind of stink how expensive it is to get figures signed. I think I paid him I think Mark Henry was $80 for 2 autographs and a picture. And I think Godfather was like $100 to $110. And the reason for the increase, which I got Mark Henry on that wrestling card, and then the photo, and then Godfather on the photo and this figure, was it's more expensive for whatever reason to get him to sign a figure. But thought it turned out great. It looks fantastic. I do want to get Ringside Collectibles does the protector cases, and I really need to get one soon for this one. All right, so those were the main things I got. I also have one thing to show for Bret Hart, but they had some booths set up and stuff. I used to have this one in my collection back in the day, so I went ahead and grabbed it again. We got World Wrestling Presents Mick Foley, Greatest Hits and Misses. This was $5, A Life in Wrestling. So there's the back there. So really happy to re-add that to the collection. Sticking with Mankind, I also got this mask, which I think was $5 as well. So I got the Mankind mask there. And then I think he was $5. Yeah, $5. We got this Undertaker. So happy to add a different type of Undertaker. I have probably 5 or so different Undertakers now. So I'm going to try to get a little setup of Undertakers somewhere. And then lastly, at another booth, I think it was $10 for both of these. So we got Mark Henry, who I had met that day, and this WCW Hulk Hogan from NWO. So really happy to add those to the collection. I also got this, which I don't know, for some reason it kind of looks a little off to me, but I think that's just the way it looks. I don't know. This is New Jack from ECW, and I paid $20 for this. He's kind of hard to find and usually expensive, so really happy to add him to the collection, put him with my ECW stuff. All right, see if I can shimmy over here and kind of take down on the figures. So if you hadn't seen before, I got this, they call the Big Eagle WWE which was WWF championship belt. Main reason I got this was because Bret Hart was going to be at this convention, so he signed right there in pink, which is awesome. So eventually I might add some more to this. If I do, it would have to be a big name and someone that held the belt, so like Undertaker, Stone Cold, etc., Shawn Michaels. But really happy to have who's become one of my favorite wrestlers, Bret Hart, and one of the best wrestlers of all time, sign this belt. So yeah, that's everything wrestling related that I've picked up and gotten over the last few months. Thanks again, Lewis. Thanks again, Cody. Had a great time hanging out with you guys, and yeah, physical media will never die. I did get the Mick Foley DVD, I guess. But yeah, should be back to more physical media related stuff here in the next video or so. Hope you guys have enjoyed these videos, especially if you're a wrestling fan. I've had a lot of fun kind of getting back into it, not watching every week or anything, but yeah, I still enjoy it. So this is Physical Media Man signing off. Physical media will never die. Physical media man. Physical media man. Physical media man.